Hello, everyone. This is War Justice. We're just going to give you guys a brief update on Path of Exile 2, which releases December 6th. Grinding Gear Games has given us some more information. On November 21st, they're going to give us a live demonstration of the game. And then they're going to give us some more information here soon. As far as we know, there's 6 classes to choose from. Um, as well, we're getting 3 acts, so that should be about 3 hour or 30 hours of gameplay. The classes that we know we're getting is the warrior, sorceress, the witch, mercenary, ranger, and monk. This is all for early access, so we'll get a lot of in-game content. There's going to be lots of juicy things they're going to release here for end-game content. So we'll get a lot of information there. Here's just like a brief video of what they just released a few hours ago here. So it just kind of gives you everything we need to know about Path of Exile 2 and early access. And then we'll go over a couple notes that I noticed on Twitter. They tried testing out some of the servers already for Path of Exile 1 and 2, bringing over content. So we'll go over that right after this clip.
More than 10 years ago, we had a dream to make the best action RPG ever.
Made with all the lessons we learned from Here We Won, and with the passion from our talented team, we believe Path of Exile 2 is the realization of that dream.
We want to thank you for being on the journey with us so far.
And to think, this is just the beginning.
Excited for this game. Some of these bosses are going to be pretty complex too. This guy here at the end, he must be the final boss, I'm assuming, for the campaign. But so much detail, and the game visuals look amazing. I think they're going to hit this out of the park. Some of the bosses here we can expect.
I think, honestly, making bosses in Path of Exile 2 is the most satisfying part of the job. It is so enjoyable from start to end. Even after it's gone out, it's satisfying. I think if I could choose to do anything all the time, full time, that would be the single thing. Bosses in Path of Exile 2 come about 2 major ways. You obviously have the more traditional approach where you create a narrative and you design a boss around that narrative.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
Mechanics are pretty incredible. Bosses look awesome.
The second way, which I think is something that can be very unique and create some of the more interesting encounters, is letting the creative genius of our artists do what they need to do. They can come up with something completely abstract, and this is how you get some of the most awesome things, because all of a sudden it can be something with 100 tentacles, or 9 limbs, or no limbs, or 1,000 teeth, or none, and obviously things that aren't even in my imagination.
there. There's a lot of shock damage.
Well, a boss in Path of Exile 2 ultimately is the culmination of decades of experience, making hundreds, if not thousands, of bosses in its predecessor, taking all that knowledge together.
There's going to be 100 bosses
in a package
in
that
this,
delivers the best of what
early
could
access.
possibly be of boss encounters in an action RPG environment with bosses that are utilizing Souls-like mechanics. Despite the fact there's over 100 bosses and more to come, a lot more to come.
Wow,
Every
a lot
single
more.
boss fight is completely
That should be
unique,
interesting.
hand animated from scratch.
Lots of
It is
content.
designed from scratch, it is balanced from scratch, and it doesn't reuse a single asset in our library or anything like that.
That's awesome. Got his minions working on him. The fact they
One of the
added
main
so many
challenges
bosses,
balancing boss
amazing.
fights in Path of Exile 2, especially compared to its predecessor, you have to, in a single attempt, reduce the boss from full life to 0 in order to then progress through. If a player cannot defeat them now, then they're stuck. Which helps in many ways because it makes the bosses feel so much more satisfying to kill once you do overcome it and learn it.
Okay, so it's all based on mechanics, how to kill them. So it's going to be a challenge.
It is very, very important to us that Path of Exile bosses, mechanics, especially around telegraphing, feels fair to the user, as opposed to them being cheated out of something when they happen to die. We want to make sure that hitboxes
Such,
are
tight
accurate,
quarters on this
and
boss.
of course, when something hits you, it feels like it hits you. It ultimately makes it feel that much more satisfying when you kill it, and you feel that much more pride when you are able to overcome something difficult, knowing that the game hasn't robbed you of this thing. At the end of the day, you want to see that healthy balance where some people are struggling, and you want to see that moment, that second-hand moment where someone overcomes that challenge and is so happy for doing so. And so I'm looking forward to that.
I gotta say, wow. That is a lot of juicy information, a lot of game mechanics around these bosses that are going to be pretty complex to defeat, but it'll be rewarding once you do. It's going to be all about how you build your character and how to overcome, get used to the mechanics, um, and the bosses. Yeah, the detail and the fact there's over, he said, and more to come, more uh, than 100 bosses. And they'll probably keep adding more bosses. That's pretty incredible. So this game is going to be full of a lot of content. It's going to keep us busy for a while. And they're always grinding gear games is always notorious just for adding more to their games than any other. So, and the mechanics look a lot similar to Diablo, for example, or um, some of the other games like Last Epoch. So it's kind of nice seeing them um, you know, have the same kind of game style as these other games as well, but also keeping it a lot different from Path of Exile 1. So, migration and everything for Path of Exile 1 going to Path of Exile 2 for inventory. We noticed here that, they said on November 12th, in a few days, we'll deploy a patch to support Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2, sharing microtransactions as well as crossplay between all supported platforms in Path of Exile 2. So there was that, and then, a day later, today we tried and failed to deploy 3.25.2. That was for Path of Exile 1. It seems like they were having issues here. We've taken the realm down to deploy patch 3.25.2. This patch contains changes to our account system in order to support Path of Exile 1 and 2, sharing microtransactions as well as crossplay between all supported platforms in Path of Exile 2. Expected downtime for 4 hours. So if anybody was playing on Path of Exile 1, there's some downtime there. We haven't encountered some issues. Um, the realm, bringing the realm up. So obviously there was issues there for Path of Exile 1. Maintenance was down for a little longer. So it seems like they're trying their best to, keep people that are playing Path of Exile 1, um, you know, happy with trying to migrate everything from Path of Exile 1 to Path of Exile 2, because it seems, there's going to be a lot they need to do to be able to make this happen for December 6th. It's just, the game's ready, everything's good. It's just migration of the servers going from one, bringing it over from one to Path of Exile 2. So I think they'll have everything ready for us by then. But you know, um, the biggest thing is November 21st. They're going to show us some gameplay here. So that's exciting. Here's the link here. I'll have it listed below. Um, just to follow it on Twitch or YouTube. I'll have the links there for when they're live. Um, so that should be exciting. I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say on November 21st. So once we actually go there, they'll be live here. I'll have the link below, and we'll find out what we're looking forward to. But yeah, I can't wait to see some live gameplay. I'm excited about the classes and the builds, the skill tree, how vast and big it is to be able to customize your own class for each character. So the fact that we're getting 3 acts, 30 hours of gameplay with the campaign, and then over 100 bosses, this game's going to be just jam packed with stuff. So we're going to be busy for a while. I'm going to be streaming it live here on my Twitch and YouTube. I'll have the links listed as well below. But we have a lot of information to cover in the next few days and coming weeks leading to early access launch. So we'll catch you later until the next video, and appreciate you guys viewing and checking out the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.